This is a training video to demonstrate the Instone fully collapsible Airstable being assembled from collapsed configuration and then loaded with horses. Remove the 4 gold-colored pins running across both ramps. Raise the rear ramp into the vertical position and resecure the 4 gold pins. Then repeat the process for the front ramp. Now undo the red pins at the base of both ramps and lower them both to the ground. Raise the left side and lock into position with the 2 brown hooked side arms attached to the base frame. Repeat the same procedure for the other side. Then remove all internal components and stack them neatly outside the Airstable. Once all the components have been removed from the Airstable, raise either the rear or front ramp and lock to the 2 sides using the green and red pins. As long as one ramp is raised and locked, it doesn't matter which one is closed first. Now fit 2 overhead frames next to each other above the rear ramp and lock into place with the blue chute bolts. After fitting the 2 rear frames, attach the remaining 3 and lock closed with the chute bolts. On the 747 model, all the roof frames are completely interchangeable and reversible. Now slide the roof panels into place. They are marked rear, middle and front, and this is best done with one man inside and another outside, as it makes it easier to slide them into position. Once each panel is in place, lock closed with the chute bolts. Now release the green and red pins and lower the rear ramp, then close and lock the front ramp. Attach the rear doors to each side and lock in position using the L pins. The doors are marked left rear and right rear. Attach the 2 partitions into the floor tracking and overhead frames. Attach the 3 interchangeable internal front doors, 1 to each side and then the remaining one in the middle, and lock together with L pins. Now attach the 2 cross poles in front of and above the groom doors, followed by the 2 head dividers attached to each partition. The doors are opened when loading the horses. Open the rear doors and load the horses, 1 in the left stall, 1 in the right stall, and finally 1 in the middle, closing up the rear doors after each horse. Once the horses are safely in the Airstable and the rear doors closed, raise the rear ramp and lock to the sides using the green and red pins on each side. The groom can enter and leave the Airstable from the doors in both sides towards the front. Attach the canopies to each other using the Velcro and bungees. Finally, attach the Airstable net, which is marked with a red strip, down the left side, port, and green strip down the right side, starboard. Check all locking pins and safety catches are firmly in place on both ramps and along the roof sections. The Airstable is now ready to be loaded on the aircraft. An absorbent sky mat sheet should always be placed under the Airstable on models with forklift slots.